What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Career Mode and welcome to your Saturday. Tonight is the turn of the Champions League final. We've been drawn against Manchester City to decide who's going to win it in our first season here with Schalke. We've got a game against Stuttgart coming up, but I'm going to actually sim this because I don't feel like I have to play it, especially now we've got that Champions League final. We know it's right around the corner. So I'm going to jump into that, make it its own individual episode today, and then from then on, we're going to move out of today's episode into like a roundup for the season and decide what we're going to do next. So sit back, relax and enjoy, and we will get ourselves into the Champions League final in due course. It's a 2-2 draw to end off the season with Stuttgart. I'll show you all of the list of players, how they've done, how they performed, and all that good stuff in the next episode. But we're just going to focus primarily on the Champions League tonight. The side has been picked. We are ready. I'm not going to explain my choice for the team selection too much. We'll see what it's like when we get in the game. Obviously, for City, I wonder what their team is going to look like. It's going to be incredibly close in terms of the kit clash, so I don't want that. Do I go with my alternate kit, so they wear their away kit? I guess I could. Yeah, let's do that, just so I can't use it as an excuse. But you can see our team is there for you. I don't know what the City team's going to look like at this stage. We are in 2024 now, so they could have a really good team. They could have a pretty bad one. We don't know at this stage. So I guess we'll find out when we are in game. For us, though, we start with Frank Brown in goal, Grimaldo at left-back, Capradossi and Arana Lopez at centre-back with Alexander-Arnold at the right-back spot. Bit of a young centre-back partnership, but I've gone with that because Jimenez has been making mistakes recently, and I wasn't sure whether or not I should start Stark or Arana Lopez, but I'm going to go with the latter. Marino and McKennie holding it down. Richarlison, top scorer for the club this season so far. Dembele, El Mubarak, and up front on his lonesome, Timo Werner. Showers here. And also I need to up the time as well to 7 minutes a half for this one. And without further ado, Champions League final is here. I'm excited to see what City are going to put out, to be fair, because I don't know what their team's going to look like I said. And I have a feeling it is going to be rather good as they are in a Champions League final. I'm not sure if they'll still have Jesus. They do. So he starts. I mean, at this stage, Jesus is probably the highest rated striker in the world, or certainly up there. So if that's anything to go by, going to be a difficult night here. Well, I've just seen Sane warming up as well. So we know Leroy Sane's there. So that we do know Jesus Sane, two of the Man City normals, if you call them that, who start off with the team, are currently still there. And there is then the referees getting the match ball ahead of this one. The trophy just in front of us. The one that both teams want from this one. Only one can take it, though. We've done it with Brighton. We've done it with Inter. Are we going to do it with Schalke? We will find out after 90 minutes, plus extra time should we need it. And you can see how the two teams got here. We got here by beating Inter, Manchester United, Real Madrid. On the other side of that, I can't even remember how City got here. Just to show you as well, because it didn't actually, I had to skip through due to the soundtrack playing. This is the City team. They've got in goal Edison, Alaba, Marquinhos, Jonathan Tah, Charman at right back, Roca, Fornals, Ndidi in the midfield, Bernardo Silva, Jesus and Sane up top. We see it. We know about that squad. We've played it before. So let's do this then. The Champions League final. The stadium is electric, to say the least. The atmosphere inside here is ready for this one. As Schalke get us underway for the Champions League final of 2024. Potentially the last one in the series. We will see what you guys decide come next episode. But we've got a job to do. Let's make sure we do it here today. With Grimaldo already letting loose with Richarlison down the left. The top scorer for Schalke in towards the penalty area. Richarlison! So close to already putting us 1-0 in front. I mean, it was easy to get in that position, and that's what City will be frustrated about. How easy it was for Richarlison to just run straight through. But he can't find the finish. And we have let them off the hook there. Weston McKennie stealing it back. The pressure good immediately from Schalke here. Serious game plan set up here as we find Marino. Marino's in! And Edison will save it. Is the offside flag down or up? It's down. It would have counted had we have scored. That's two chances inside the first few minutes here. Capradossi, the big man in the box still as well. We spoke about having it. It's like a free kick when you've got him in there. El Mubarak going to get the ball back here. Look again to maybe swing another cross in. And instead is dispossessed. But two chances immediately. Marino with the second one. And again, it's Edison this time, though, who makes the save. And I can see this as well being a really high chance game, especially with the two attacking teams on show here. Obviously, Sane, and here the two on the other side of that, Jesus, Bernardo Silva. You know, these guys are not going to sit back and want to defend. They're going to want to go forward as Jonathan Tah will win that ball back. And Sané does play in Bernardo Silva, who plays it to Jesus. Jesus to Fornals. Fornals will shoot. And Frank Brown will have to save. We've only played 10 minutes, and there's been 3 really good chances so far. And Capradossi might be a threat when it comes to us having corners. Is he a threat when it comes to defending them? Arana Lopez there with that header, though. Oh, nice play. Marino's going to find El Mubarak. Here is the Egyptian. Look at the space for El Mubarak. He's going to shoot. Saved by Ederson. He just won't bounce back, but he's come to Richarlison, who can't get the shot in. The intent was there to make him palm it back into the danger area, which he did. And I'm not even sure who it was arriving on it first. Just missed it by like a hair. As Werner plays El Mubarak in again. He looks to cross towards Dembele. And he puts us 1-0 up in this final. It has been a very fast start here. Both teams with chances. But it is Ousmane Dembele who scores the opening goal of the Champions League final 2024. El Mubarak's cross converted in. He's been a live wire in this opening 15 minutes as well. The Egyptian down the right-hand side came into Schalke's team this season and really has made a name for himself, hasn't he? Look at this for a delivery straight to the head of Dembele. Ederson can't set himself and Schalke have the lead, but I spoke about it. Don't expect that to be the last goal in this game because you can tell there's going to be chances for both teams here. Here is Sané up against Trent Alexander-Arnold. Leroy Sané will put the cross in. Arana Lopez has dealt with everything that's come into that box so far in this early game. El Mubarak, what a tackle. His pass was cut out though, but it still finds the feet of Werner, who continues it to Richarlison. And here goes the Brazilian. Look at the pace on the counter-attack that Schalke can provide. Richarlison's shot. Ederson gets a big touch on it. And again, it's forced out for a corner. You can see the pace on their counter-attack as the ball's whipped in towards Capradossi. And he cannot find the target. We're only 20 minutes in and already chances galore. And they've been mainly to us as well. But the thing is, we're catching them on the counter. That's why it's so deadly when you've got so much pace. El Mubarak, Dembele, Richarlison, Werner. You know, these guys are very quick. So all we have to do is essentially invite the pressure on and then counter-attack them as soon as we win it back. And that's what's working so far as they find a pass up. That's a really nice ball through as well. Capradossi has brought him down in this final and we could be down to 10 if the referee deems it. What's he going to give? Oh, is he giving here? I don't even know. It's going to be a penalty kick. I didn't see a card come out. It is just the big legs of Capradossi that go in. I'm not sure what he's given. It doesn't look like we've got a player off as Gabriel Jesus steps up against Frank Brown. And Jesus tries to chip it. And he's missed it. And we don't have Capradossi off. He's not even yellow carded for that tackle. What the heck just happened? I didn't even throw that. He's not even yellow carded for the tackle. City missed the penalty. Jesus trying to be intricate. Really strange choice from him. You just got to put it in the back of the net, mate. Don't try and chip it. I don't know what he's thinking. But the question remains as well. Capradossi, with the tackle in the box, the referee there did have a decision to make, and he chose to not send him off. Let me know if you think that was right or not. Richarlison. El Mubarak's in. El Mubarak's in. El Mubarak! What a save, Ederson! Oh my goodness me, it just won't happen. What has just happened there on the off-screen? Oh, El Mubarak should score. He should finish it. We have had chances to kill this game off already. Oh, I don't want to come back to rue these missed chances. That's all I'm going to say. Richarlison, brilliant foot there to win that ball back as Dembele tries to turn away. El Mubarak's gone again. He's just so lively in this first half here, the Egyptian. He whips in the cross again. And unfortunately, straight into the hands of Ederson. But you can see where this has been won for Schalke so far. And City need to sort it out wide at the moment. Is there a foul in there somewhere? I don't know. There's a lot of little stuff going in from City on him. And it's becoming a little bit frustrating for us losing the ball that way. But we have to defend and just remain patient and remain focused as well in this Champions League final. As Capradossi steps in brilliantly and we'll find El Mubarak. El Mubarak to Werner. Werner to Dembele. And he might get away here. Ousmane Dembele. He does. Look at Richarlison on the other side. There he is, the Brazilian. Richarlison to finish. And it's 2-0 Schalke. The counter-attack of dreams. City hit on the counter. 2-0. We have the advantage. And we go nearly into half-time in cruise control here. City have not found their second gear yet. And yet Schalke are running rampant. Could have been like 4 or 5 here. Ederson's pulled off 3 really good saves so far. Brown's been busy as well, though. Don't deny that. He has had to make saves himself. But at this stage, City have to find an answer to this counter-attack because it's working every time. I just think tactically as well at the moment, we are bettering City. Just allowing my players to sit back and saying hit them. Hit them when they're least expect it in terms of the counter-attack. I think we've mastered a little bit in terms of this first half here against Pep Guardiola. And before we kicked off as well, I had kind words for him. I did the press conference before that, which I never normally do, but I decided to do it this time, and I basically just praised him, saying how well he's done with City and such, and maybe that's got in his head a little bit, and maybe that's giving him a bit of confidence to maybe switch up tactics. I don't really know, but all I know is this first half, yes, City have had chances, but most of the players have been Schalke's way, and I don't feel like we've had that much of the ball. I feel like when we take a look at these match facts, it's going to be City with more possession, but possession isn't everything. We are about to go into half-time then, and yeah, what a first half. What a first half for us. There is the whistle then. Do we switch it? Do we keep it? I think Pep definitely needs to change it. But if we take a look at these match facts, I wouldn't be surprised to see it yet. Like I thought, they've had more of the ball in that first half, City. But it's not what you do. It's not how much you have. It's what you do with it when you get the ball. So you kind of have to say that he's got to find an answer to the counter-attack. For the moment, I'm going to keep it exactly the same. No changes. We'll go back out second half and then we'll think about the changes as and when needed. But job so far is going well. Here is Capradossi to Marino. Marino to Grimaldo. Grimaldo into Richarlison's feet, who looks to send it towards Dembele. Good football. McKennie. Elmer Barrett wrong side in his man. Can he beat the keeper to it? Yes, he can! And the Egyptian will score in a Champions League final. He's deserved that for the season that he is having in a Schalke shirt. I am so happy for him. Get in. Schalke 3, City 0. I think we've just, you have to admit, we've just tactically outdone City today. I think most of the goals and most of the chances we've had have come from counter-attacks. Ederson tries to go to ground. That looked like it hurt him. He gets straight back up, though, to his credit. But El Mubarak is just so calm. Chips it over the top of him. And you know what, as well? I was actually bringing him off now, so I'm glad he's got his goal. On comes Noah Gordson, one of our players that we picked up way back with Brighton for an appearance in the Champions League final. And you know what, as well? Noah Gordson has appeared in a fair amount of Champions League finals. He played in the Champions League final with Brighton for us. He played in the Champions League final for Inter for us. And now he's made his way onto the pitch for Schalke as well. So he's played in the Champions League final for all three of the teams that we have managed in this career mode, which is kind of ridiculous, isn't it, really? But Alaba towards Sane. Back inside to Jesus. Jesus being fairly quiet so far as he skips around Arana Lopez and finds a pass through to Thiago. And a big save from Frank Brown. If Thiago scores that, the wind is back in City sails. But Frank Brown onto the leg, I would say. And it's brilliantly saved. Another player being with us from the start as Sane is going to put in the corner. It's the second one of the game for City. It's whipped in. And up goes Richarlison to head it clear. Big header out as well from our winger. Thiago flicks it up and looks to try and make something happen. Marino edge of the area. Steps in and does bits for us as well. City struggling. And they might struggle even further here if we can craft a chance. Richarlison, look at Werner. Is he onside still? No offside flag yet. Werner's in. Werner's in. Werner's in. And Werner scores! 2 passes lead to the goal. And Schalke are 4-0 up here. And let's face it, again, counter-attack. It is so lethal from Schalke. It is so good to watch. Hudson-Odoi is also going to come on as well. Werner finishes at Ederson. Not the greatest goalkeeping in the world, but he can't be blamed. He's made some really good saves in this final that have led his team to be within the game. But the problem is they've never sorted out their defence against this counter-attack. It's difficult to do because when you try and work it out and try and sort it out, it just doesn't necessarily work. You know, you've got to find an answer, and if you can't find the answer, it's just going to hurt all the time. Every time the ball comes over the top, you're expecting a goal, pretty much, and City tonight have not been brilliant defensively. They've had their moments going forward. Frank Brown certainly has stepped back up because we had our worries about him making a few mistakes as of late, but he's shown us a quality in this Champions League final, making a few really good saves too. The goalkeepers, to be fair, have had quite a good game. It's just Ederson can only do so much. Fresh legs of Hudson-Odoi. What a tackle that is. He finds Gordson. We've got 2 players up here. Noah Gordson and Werner. And Richarlison hits the post. What is Ederson doing? Why is he going to kick the ball? We only had 3 players up there and we nearly scored. That sums up the game today. It really does. They're just second to everything here. Weston McKennie carries it out. Again, there's 4 players attacking and we might still craft a chance. As Gordson, now he's in. Noah Gordson trying to get one on his own, and he does. I've got nothing to say to you guys. The tactics have worked wonders. I'll show you it after the game as well to show you how we actually set up, just so you guys know. And that way you might be able to use these for yourself as well, because this has been a performance and a half here. And just to show you guys as well, because I know there'll be some people out there wondering, as always, sliders remain completely untouched. Ultimate difficulty. It's just tactically, we've taken the game to City. And I love how I've set the team up. It is so good when you have the pace like we've got, because these tactics work brilliantly. Like, I'm not even joking. I'll show him after the game, guys, so you guys can try him out, because we have dismantled City here. And I don't really know how we've done it this badly. I feel like if they'd have scored the chances they had, maybe it's different. But when you got Frank Brown in goal, you know, it's difficult. Poor pass from Hudson-Odoi, which gives the ball away, but you just don't see a way for Manchester City to find a way through here now. Bernardo Silva, Jesus, back to Silva. Just switching around, trying to highlight the right play I want here. And Didi, as we step in and win it back. That is what I'm saying. Just be patient in the tackle. The ball will come back to you. Hudson-Odoi nearly giving the ball away. Goldson will find Hudson-Odoi. Gets one bite at it, then a second. Goldson through the middle. Richarlison will find him. Noah Goldson in again. Goldson, a chip, Ederson. And it's in for 6. I cannot tell you what has gone wrong here. I mean, this finish as well. I feel bad. I feel so bad for Ederson, because he's conceded 6 in a Champions League final. And yes, he's had his moments where he's been probably quite necessarily not good, but he's also had his moments where he's been brilliant. I feel bad for him. Gordson's come off the bench and scored twice. We're a minute away from ending this one off, guys. I don't think I've ever had a final so simple in my life. And I've played some simple finals in my time. If there's ever a reason why I was talking to you guys before about what we do for the future of the series, whether or not we start a new career mode or whether or not we continue and go to somewhere else, I mean, I'm obviously going to let you guys decide, but I feel like, you know, if I go anywhere else at this stage, all I'm going to do is just tear it apart again. Goldson, is there a chance for one more in the game? Hudson-Odoi to Richarlison. There's 4 players up, and yet City cannot contend with the attack. Richarlison again, pulls it onto the right foot and tries to curl one. It's straight into the hands of Ederson, but that should do it, guys. Schalke have been rampant here in this final. 6-0 victors. City beaten. And it's time to enjoy what could be the last Champions League win of the series. And quite possibly the most dominant one so far. It started with Dembele's header, but it just got worse from there. Here is the tactics then, guys, that we used for that final. We had drop back, width set at 6, depth set at 5 to really just, I guess, invite the pressure. No, we had the counter-attack. And I actually had offensive set at balanced. You could go possession, fast build-up, whatever, but I went balanced. Width quite wide, because obviously the pacey wingers is going to allow that. So 7 players in the box at 6, getting up there to support your team. But of course, you run the risk that your players get out of stamina very quick. And corners, 3 up for corners, not a lot for free kicks, but that is the tactics that we used. In terms of instructions and such, I only had one, which was stay back while attacking on Marino. And that was the only instruction that I actually told them to do. So all in all, I think those tactics worked wonders for us against City there. But my friends, that is going to be the end for today's episode. A thumping 6-0 win in the Champions League. Yeah, it is what it is. But we are going to be going into next episode, reviewing this season, talking about that, and doing all that stuff, and then deciding whether or not we should continue with a new team, continue with Schalke, or we should start a brand new career mode for you all to enjoy. All that will be done next episode, so we'll talk about it then. And also on top of that as well, even if we had to start a new one, I still have the best bits to show you of this one, i.e. the top goals, everything like that. So, yeah, it will not be the end next episode. We still have definitely more to come. But until then, guys, thank you for watching. If you're new around here, like we see, hit that subscribe button. And also hit the notification bell as well, to be notified whenever new videos go live on the channel. If you are interested in that, we upload every single day at 4 p.m. Usually twice a day at 6 p.m. as well. So if you want to be notified whenever those go, make sure you have that bell switched on. Until next time, guys, enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and I will see you all again tomorrow for another video. Catch you all then. Adios.